That's what we kind of did in the fourth.
Likewise, Kevin, what happened on that Gobert kerfuffle at the end?
That is a word right there.
I didn't even hear what you said. What'd you say?
Kerfluffle.
Great job, bro.
That is strong.
It's just basketball, you know. He pushed me, I pushed him, and we move on. But, you know, that's why they call our league soft, is because we call flagrants for stuff like that. You know, but I'm sure he didn't mind if we just moved on. I didn't mind if we just moved on with the play. It is what it is. It's been, you know, grabbing and pushing and, you know, holding. That's just basketball. But, you know, they're trying to clean that stuff up, I guess.
Steph, I think there was a couple times where you waved off and you let Kevin go ahead and go. And I think even one of them was an end of quarter, which is normally when you have the ball. Would you just see that Kevin had something going tonight where you were ready to, okay, go ahead and take him if you can?
Yeah, myself, the other 19,000 people in the arena, and everybody watching on TV saw the same thing I saw. So it's an easy decision at that moment, just to try to, you know, set a screen for him, get him in the right spot, and obviously he does the rest. And we're smart enough basketball players to know, you know, what's going on at that moment and just try to make the right decision. And, you know, let a talented scorer like he is and a guy that, like he said, like the way he approaches the game, you know, let him do what he does.
Monty Poole, NBC Sports Bay Area. Kevin, after the game, too, you mentioned that you were starting to feel your legs get underneath you there. Going into tonight's game, is that a factor in how aggressive you were? The three ball was falling. You were good on defense. How much of that was just now finally starting to feel like yourself?
I just put in a lot of work the day before the game, and I just trusted that. You know, I had a good shoot around earlier this morning, and usually when my shots don't fall, it's my fault. So, you know, I got to go out there and correct it. So I had a good day yesterday, a good day this morning, and whatever happened in the game, it was going to happen. I just let my work take over and let my instincts take over. And, you know, I made a few shots there. But defensively, that's what you guys should be talking about. 41 points in the second half. We didn't have no turnovers either. That's the story of the game.
Roz Gold-Onwode, NBC Sports Bay Area. Kevin, usually when players talk about being more aggressive, it's about attacking the rim more, but this was a game where I feel like you were able to hit contested jumper after contested jumper. How come that was the way it went? And when you're doing that, how aware are you even of their defense?
You know, like I said, I work on my game. I work on shots like that, and obviously I don't like shooting all contested jumpers, so I just try to pick and choose my spots. And tonight I seen a lot of openings in the pick and roll and in the post, and I just try to, like I said, let my instincts take over and be aggressive, man. You know, Coach called some plays for me, and, you know, Steph, you know, was calling plays for me and looking for me, so I just try to do my part in finishing it. Simple as that. And, you know, next game may not be the same. You never know. And I think that's the beauty of basketball, is that, you know, you can't predetermine anything. You just go out there and play.
Korean Copeland, AP. Steph, what started clicking for you after the slow start as you guys got into the second half and you kind of just kept with it? How did you start to feel yourself?
You just got to see one go in, and you never lose confidence in your shot and never lose your aggressiveness. And the shot that started it was one that probably most other people would not try to shoot that one to get yourself going in transition, but that's one I take all the time and I expect to make. So, like I said, it's a 48-minute game, and you know, whether you start off hot, in the middle of the game's hot, end of the game's hot, you always have the same mindset that, you know, the shots you take are going in, and you know, we trust in that because of the work that we put into it.
Last two over on this side. Right side.
Steph? Lynn Worthy from the Salt Lake Tribune. Early on, did you feel like the Jazz were more aggressive? Was it a matter of maybe you and Clay just not really getting a rhythm, or were they taking away some of the transition opportunities? What do you think was behind the slow start?
There's a little bit of both. They took away transition. That's what they've been trying to do all playoff series, whether it's trying to foul us before we even get across half court or take away, you know, the early perimeter shots, what have you. But we got some decent looks that, we expect to make, and hopefully we'll start a little bit better in Game 4. But like I said, every playoff game is different, and you find a different way to win. We were on KD's back for most of the game, and that's why we trusted each other to pick each other up when things aren't clicking, and like you said, do everything else that you can to help your team win if your shot isn't falling. And that's why we were able to withstand the runs that they put on us throughout the game.
Last one, right-hand side, Marcus Thompson, Barriers News Group. Steph, 2 questions for you. 1, what are you guys doing to celebrate Zaza scoring more than Clay? And 2,
How did I know that?
he was pretty happy about that. And second, how much did you guys need to feel that kind of pressure you felt today that you might actually lose and you had to get it together emotionally as a team?
That's a great stat. I'm sure we'll have to send him a cake or something at dinner tonight. But we felt that in Game 3 of last series where we down 16 or maybe even 20 at one point in that game, and had to find a way to will ourselves into a victory that night. Tonight it was very similar. When you play a couple games at home and you feel that atmosphere and that vibe, and then you go on the road, it's different, and it challenges you, and it tests you. Tests your ability to handle the emotional swings of a road game, and we answered that test really well by just sticking with it, staying within ourselves, turning their runs into just a challenge, and you're trying to make it fun to overcome it, and that's how you end up with the 3-0 lead, and hopefully we can finish it out on Monday.
Great, thank you. Tomorrow.